We are live, y'all.
Hey, yo, welcome to the wonderful world of Hungry Heat. I'm not a classically trained chef, but I am the self-taught home cook. I studied under several television chefs. I have a PhD from YouTube University and a black belt in Google Food. I love to cook. I love to eat too. This is what you're watching me do. We had a last-minute plan. We ran to Dutch real quick, and then we noticed there's a new taco shop right in front of our neighborhood. There's a little strip center right when you first come in the neighborhood, and there used to be a giant, or not giant, but one of the bigger buildings or the openings or whatever you call it was a meat market,
a Mexican meat market.
Yeah. Well, they've actually been two of those. Well, they've since closed, and now a new taco shop has opened up on the interior, one of the smaller ones. So we went to go check them out. We just got 2 pounds of carnitas. Now, you do me a favor, if you can, please. Hand me those napkins, the Kleenexes. My eyes are bothering me.
So it's actually called and I'm probably gonna mispronounce this, y'all. Tortilla.
Yeah.
And it's a carnitas cuergo tortilla. I'm sorry I butchered that, but basically it's just pork that they do, and they opened yesterday, but I totally forgot. We both did. And I just came home yesterday and got, I was excited for what I got for dinner last night, so we didn't even think about it. But when we went out, we are like, oh yeah, that I thought it was just to open on the 1st. Then we couldn't remember it's the 1st or 8th. When we went there, get this, y'all. First time we drove up, because we are just going to Dutch, which we always just use the app for Dutch. We didn't have our wallet. We was driving around with nothing. And so then we had to come back home. Thank goodness it's right in front of the subdivision. Get the wallet. Then we went back there, and it's cash only right now, or Venmo. So we got the 2 pounds of the all meats. And here, I'll share. I know people are still getting in here, so I'll share. Whew. My nose is running too, y'all.
And then I didn't have my hard-boiled eggs for breakfast this morning. I just felt I wasn't in the mood, so I just fried up a couple to have for my breakfast. But so I'm having those right now with this pork. It is really good.
And when we went in there, and it's like basically they take the whole hog, and in this big display this big display, it's all the parts of the pork all chopped together, but you can't order like certain sections of it. So like on here, the stomach, the skin, or the ribs are all meat mixed. So we did the all meat mixed. We got 2 pounds so we could have lots of leftovers. And then they had the pickled carrots and onions. Is anybody else ever been a fan of these? I love when a Mexican restaurant has pickled onions and carrots, and sometimes they'll do sliced jalapenos in with it. Oh my goodness, it's so good. They did have some pickled jalapenos. This is how they gave it to us too. Oh, you can't even see. Well, you might be able to. And then what I thought was neat, and I didn't notice this, but their pico de gallo actually has cactus in it. I forget what that's called. And then their red and green salsa. It's all like really, really good, y'all.
And they even see it with a menu up right there, though?
Well, I mean, sort of. It's teeny tiny. But I'll show it once I get rid of that menu. I'm going to take one last bite here, and then I'm done. So it's good. The little meat market that we had there, they haven't been there for, I don't know, what, 3-4 years?
Yeah.
Maybe even a little longer. But I used to love going there because they would have all of the meats, like the al pastor, the barbacoa, and you could either get it raw in the marinade or you get it already cooked. That was so good. And then, but that closed. So we didn't have anything real close like that. I mean, there's tons of Mexican restaurants. But this now, the tortilla, it looks really good to me. Of course, we didn't get the tortillas or the rice or beans. But man, it's really good, y'all. And I guess since it's grand opening weekend, and they have menudo, if you're familiar, they have menudo on the weekend. But I'm not gonna I've never been a fan of menudo,
Right.
mostly because of the hominy in it. But anyways, they had like they were playing live music outside, which kind of irritated Heath because then he can't hear anything as the music is so loud, even though it's in the middle of the parking lot. But then as we were coming out with, our order, the guy that was, I guess, the DJ, I don't know if he was the owner or
MC.
The MC, he was like, thank you so much for getting our meat, trying it. So they were really nice. Everybody in there was nice. It was quick. Like we were in and out in less than 5 minutes. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so quick.
It took us longer to decide what we wanted for them to make it.
Mm-hmm. It was really good. So, anybody else have anything like that? Okay. So, here, I'll show you again. This is the red salsa. It has a nice little kick to it. The green salsa, oh my goodness, it's really good. There's something, it feels like the authentic green salsa I've gotten like when we were in Jalisco.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the regular avocado or cilantro salsa you get at a lot of Mexican restaurant or Tex-Mex restaurants. It's really good. And then this is the pickled carrots and onions. Love that stuff. And the jalapenos. And then this is the pico with the, there's like cactus in there. You kind of see it. What is it called? I see Renee's here. You probably know. I forget the word for it, but it's basically pickled cactus. I've never had pico that had cactus in it, y'all. It is really good.
Uh-huh.
So I just made a bowl. And that's kind of, he has like a plate of it.
Well, it's just easier to put my eggs on here. My
Yeah.
favorite things to do, when I take a whole egg, slice it in half long ways, and I put salsa on it, and it's eaten in one bite. The salsa is working perfect for that.
Oh my gosh, it's really good, y'all. I like it. Okay, and I saw 22Q Cat was actually here first, but a restream for some reason. But she said, "Hi, Shelly, Heath, and all. Oh, that's right. You can't see the comments we make before you go live. Didn't you say? I know. Isn't that ridiculous?
Well, could we have done it with the other one first? I don't remember.
Yeah, the other one we always could. Brenda F is here. Hey, Brenda. She says, hey, yo.
Howdy.
And Brenda S is here. She goes, my hubby loves those pickled veggies too. Oh, I honestly, I would say I have more of a sour tooth than a sweet tooth. I've always loved sour. Like even, when I loved lemonade, I didn't like the sweet lemonade. I liked the lemonade that was more tart. What were you going to say?
Several times, like even pre-keto, when we go we'd go like on a different tours or whatever, when we were on a cruise or whatnot, we go to the candy shops. You always went over to all the sour candy while I was always looking at all the chocolates.
Yeah, I just like sour. So I like pickled stuff a lot. I like anything with vinegar. Like I do enjoy like Virginia style or Carolina style barbecue because they use a lot of vinegar in it. So yeah, pickled stuff. Renee is here. She goes, hey, yo, all. Hey, Renee. And I got a birthday gift from Renee, y'all. So stay tuned because look, she sent me all kinds of jerky and we're going to give it a try here in a few minutes.
And that's all homemade too, right?
Yes. This everything that Renee made in her Kasuri dehydrator. So I know, Lynn, you're looking for one. Then you'll be able to see what she did with jerky. I mean, if that's not a good enough reason to get a dehydrator, I don't know what is. My lady Laugh-A-Lot. Hey, Andy. She goes, hi, guys. What's up?
Howdy.
Oh, thank you. Renee said, Nopolis. That's it. That's the word.
You can tell we're gringos.
Yeah, right? Brenda S. said, we have a place like that. It started out as a Mexican store at the little taco counter. Now it has a whole restaurant attached. We love it. Ooh, that sounds good.
The way they gave it all this stuff, all the condiments in little baggies, it really makes me think that used to be a food truck. I remember seeing it all the time you get a taco truck.
Right. Maybe they have experience doing that, and they're like, okay, now we're going to get a permanent store. So I'm excited. They were busy, like it was nonstop people coming, and I think that's good.
Remember, because There's another, there's a taco truck right around the corner from us, El Nortino's.
Oh, yeah, they're really good.
They're kind of permanent. They're still in their truck, but they're in a permanent parking lot. And they built a awning and a deck right in front of it. You sit up there, and they have table, picnic table and stuff. But down the road, a couple miles away, they actually have an actual storefront.
Yeah, they do.
They've expanded. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they have a burger. Oh my god, it looks amazing. But anyways, this place though, it really is just counter serve. So you just walk in, there's no seating, and they just have right there all of the meat, and you just get that meat.
It's like a taco truck.
Yeah, and you just get it. You don't buy it per taco, which is what I like. You buy it per pound. Which, like the place he was talking about, El Nortino, it's an actual taco stand. They don't let you just buy the meat by the pound. You have to buy tacos. So this reminds me of way back when there was a place kind of closer to Houston, and I would go there and get barbacoa by the pound. OMG, that stuff was incredible. So I wish that would be my only advice is if they had barbacoa, I'd probably be there every week because I freaking love barbacoa. That's like my favorite ever. But maybe down the line, but I don't know since it's carnitas. Right, exactly, Renee. She said sour that grabs my jaw or gives me tears. Exactly. Like I want to feel that it's sour. Lynette Zog, hey, said howdy, howdy, howdy. How are you doing? Renee said late birthday gift. Hey, it was still for January, right? So that's fine.
Are you done with all the condiments? Those are starting to bother me.
Okay.
Are you? Yes or no?
Yeah, I can be done.
Well, if you're not, I'm not gonna move them then.
No, I'm fine because I gotta eat my jerky too. Brenda S, said, "Yum, what a great gift." I mean, she made this and she sent me like 2 huge bags of coffee, y'all, and some sugar-free syrup and some tea. So I'm really excited. And what's the best thing is that coffee is an actual local roaster to her in Rockport.
Yeah.
And every time I've gone there and I get a bag, it is so delicious. So I cannot wait. 20T Key Cat said, "Oh yeah, I wish I had some jerky right now." Well, once you get your dehydrator, you can be jerkying all the time. Sharon's here. Hey Sharon. She goes, "Hi y'all. What's up?"
Pigging out.
I know. We're running late, y'all. He actually thought maybe we could go and sit down at Gringo's. I was like, no, that ain't gonna happen.
Well, I was a little late at Dutch also. We were several cars deep.
Yeah, they were real busy at
They were
Dutch.
running them out with 2 or 3 people at a time, and people were leaving from the middle of the lane after they got their drinks.
Yeah, but it's really good. And what I like is now it's season where they're doing their Valentine's, which is a chocolate covered strawberry. But my workaround, because their actual Valentine drink, they use chocolate milk.
Aww.
So what I do is I just get a white coffee. So if you have a Dutch near you and you go to Dutch and that chocolate covered strawberry drink sounds good, here's how you order it hot. I get white coffee breve, or you could do Americano if you don't want the breve. And then I add sugar-free dark chocolate and sugar-free strawberry. So good.
And I was telling her last night, y'all, I think I'm going to send an email to Dutch and see if they'll sponsor us since we're always churching them up.
Mm.
And then we need to do a video. Or if you're going to do a video, a full video, or just a short, tell people how to keto-fy your orders.
Yeah. Renee said, and one of those bags had literally just finished roasting in the bag and bagged fresh just for me. That's right. The pumpkin pecan pie. She said that they had ran out, but they were like, no, we actually have some in the back. We just haven't bagged it up. It just finished. We just pulled it and they bagged it up just for her, y'all. So talk about fresh. Rickwin is here. Hey, Joe. She goes, hello, Horde. We're just starting to rearrange my pantry shelves. Oh, I'm trying to do that FIFO.
Right? That's what we're trying to do, too.
Mm-hmm. Well, as soon as Heath is done, we can try this. And then he could talk about his MS for this week and what's been going on with that. So good. But yeah, I woke up late.
I did too, off and on. I went to bed 3 times though.
But so we were kind of rushing to, get everything done. I was originally going to cook lunch. I'm making a teriyaki stir fry. But I was like, we just don't have time. We're going to Dutch. By the time I get back, I won't have time to get it all whipped up together.
So I started to go to Dutch before you, but the app wasn't loaded, and I didn't know exactly what you wanted.
Okay, here. So she gave us 4 different kinds, or I should say she gave me.
It's not my birthday.
4 different kinds of jerky. So the first one is garlic. Let's see.
We trust her kitchen.
Yeah.
We've eaten at her house before, so.
Wow. Ooh.
Oh my goodness. That's really good.
Yeah.
Can I put in an order for that so I can have some to go on the road trip? You know what we can do? We'll give her spice mix and a salsa. She'll give us jerky. Can we work that trade out? Man, that's good.
That is. You really get the beef on this one. You get that beefy flavor. It's really good. I like that. All right, and then we have a garlic with pepper flakes. Ooh. Let's see here. We probably have one of these because I'm really getting full. How about you? Here's the garlic with pepper flakes.
Just setting on my tongue feels amazing. That tastes great. I like that. Thank you.
Still very beefy. I would say just maybe a little bit. I would consider this Shauna okay. I think Shauna could handle this one. Even though it says pepper flake, I think she could handle it.
I think it's black pepper. So I'm getting.
No, I see pepper flakes.
Okay.
But yeah, probably if you get an actual pepper flake, which I saw a couple on your side.
But I'm used to it though.
Okay. And then I'm really excited about this one. This is with our Texas 5 spice.
Oh, awesome.
And then let's see what we got here. Ooh.
You just pretty soft. Give me the rest. Oh, that's good. Awesome. Good job, Renee. The few of y'all that I've eaten your food or tried your recipes, and then the pictures I'm seeing all the time y'all are posting, I think we have a very talented group of cooks in the group.
Oh yeah, for sure. That one is good. I would say it's I would say the spice level's good.
Yeah.
It's not overwhelming to me.
She wasn't heavy-handed on it, which is good.
Yeah. And you're doing okay so far.
So far. What's this one?
Here we go.
Is it ghost pepper or what?
No, it's yellow 7 pot. And she gave a wow face on it, y'all. This is the first one I tried yesterday because I legit could not wait. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try part of this and see how it is. And it was good. It actually made my mouth tingle and it made me tear up. So I was really happy.
Oh, that's good. Just sitting. I like the texture of it. It's good. Good job.
Now, what did you say? What kind of meat? Oh, wow. There it comes. Mmm.
Man, you're trying to be macho and say, oh, that ain't spicy.
Mm-mm.
That's good. That's perfect.
And the more you chew it, the more the heat
lingers.
Or builds.
Yeah.
The heat is building the more I chew it. Which I think if we're having a road trip, sometimes when you're getting a little sleepy,
yes,
gnaw on some of that'll wake you up.
Right.
That's good heat, though. Are you tearing up from it yet?
A little. I need a bowl.
Yeah, I'm feeling it like in the back of my throat. It's not hot enough to
make me have 7
keto chows.
Right.
You're not going to drink 7 of them? It's definitely, I can feel it in the back of my throat. Like, it's really there. Oh, I love that. That's what I love. I love that where it's like, you're like, yes, it is here. Did you ever let the dogs in?
No. Not they're just laying on the porch.
Oh, okay.
I'm just leaving it out until they start telling the one comment. She's sunning.
Yeah, let her sun. Well, tell them about your week of MS, and then I'll go back to the comments.
No, I'm actually getting around a little better now, and I don't know exactly who did who or who fired who, but the at-home therapist I had to come out twice told me that basically she was firing me. She was quitting or whatever. I guess because she charged almost like almost $130 a visit, and she wanted to come twice a week. She wanted to come every Sunday morning and every Tuesday evening. It's just that's too much, and I'm getting just as good a workout. Well, she gave me I think I'm going to tell you a 14-page printout. She gave me a template of things. She stapled it together, and then she gave me a little stretchy workout band I can use also for my foot, which I've done a couple of times since she's given it to me. But then I'm also still doing my DDPY. I do it at least 4 times a week. And then they also have included a physical therapist session on there too. They have, I think, 4 or 5 different ones.
Well, so it's different parts of the body. He's doing the knee one, which is what the physical therapy he was prescribed was for his knee. In the knee section itself, there are 5 different workouts. Yeah. And so what you were doing, I know this past week, is you were not doing the same one. You were doing like the knee number 1, knee number 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right. And you said the 3 one was really hard.
Well, because I have to stand up for it. And here the last, because I was doing when I was doing my DDPY, I was doing what he calls the stand strong, where I still kind of use a chair as just for balance. I just hang on to it. But for when I really started having problems with my knee, I digressed, went back down and started doing what he calls this chair force, where you're doing all the workouts sitting down. But he still helps you get up, and he graduates it. He schedules it to where you work through the thing, and then eventually he just has you standing.
Yeah, and then you go into stand strong, which is actually what was happening this week.
Right. I'm moving into it, yeah. So I think I'm in week 11 or 12 right now.
Yeah, and so now you're starting to do the stand strong. So you're doing those and mixing in the therapy of the knee. So he's getting those different areas. Because some of them, like the first one seems really easy. You're just sitting on the ground and just kind of doing leg
extensions and then flexing the muscle and everything.
Yeah, and tightening the different muscles like in your thighs and your legs, and then moving the knee up and down. It's very
simplistic.
Yeah. And then the second one you do a little bit more, and the third one, was it the third or fourth where you needed the pillow?
Pull it up and look. It's right there.
Well, but I'm saying when you did it, because the third one,
that's why you have to look,
really bothered you. Well, I'd have to watch through.
No, you don't.
Okay.
He'll show you your program. You tell him the list. They'll tell you, just put the list and it shows you.
Okay.
What's the one it was? Was it number 3? Is one I just did. Well, we have to go back last week. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. You're supposed to do 5 today.
Yeah. That arrow right there.
I know. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
So I guess was 3 the one with the pillow?
Right.
Let's see if it says.
No, that was the one. Yeah, I just couldn't remember if it was 1, 2, or 3. No, I don't want you to have to watch it. I was just looking at the title.
Oh, well, I mean, I already knew the titles. I could have told you that, but you didn't want to listen. So, yeah, he, That one required a pillow.
Or I don't remember. Oh, because he says I don't remember why he said it. It was the description for it. But you sit on the pillow and it keeps it elevated. You do like on one side, or another way I did it too. And actually, you put that down first. You kneel on it because it's to protect your knees.
Oh, okay.
So I'd have a long pillow. I just doubled it in half and throw it on the floor.
And then part of it that was giving you the trouble is where you were standing up and having to like move your leg out or something. And you said that was one that she showed you, but you did it at the countertop.
Right, using the countertop to steady myself.
And you said that was easier for you than using the chair.
Right. It really was. Because I could use both hands on it, where I would have had to have 2 chairs.
Yeah. So he just kept it here when they were doing that with the chair.
Yeah.
It stood at the counter and did the leg work.
And I think that's elevated too because of the height of the counter. It's easier too.
Yeah, because he's so much taller, so he needs that little bit higher part. But he did that, and but so far, you feel like. So tell them, because I asked him this already, but the 2 workouts you had with her versus the DDPY physical therapy section.
I feel like I'm getting better. Okay, the DDPY PT addresses my knee better than what she had me doing.
Yeah.
She has me doing overall physical therapy for my whole body.
Oh.
Which makes sense, I guess.
Well, but not when the doctor said it's for your knee.
I know. That's another reason. And then I relayed all the stuff over to Renee, my expert, and she said, nope, get rid of her.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's what we got. And then to go in, I don't know where these cheap therapists are because all of the places nearby to go in, now his original hospital with his insurance, they were going to charge almost $500 for an evaluation. And then it was going to be like $3 something for every visit. And that was through insurance. And then his, a few of the other one-off facilities, the cheapest one I found, it was $175 for the evaluation. And then it would be $65 for every visit thereafter. And then he would have to go in. But so far, Sam and Delilah are playing with each other. She's trying to get him to play. Like she's doing that, where the dogs like stand their tail up and they're like, hey, come on, let's play. Come on. But he just felt like, just like before when he was on a walker and everything, he recovered by doing DDPY, and he feels like he does better with that anyways. And maybe it's because the DDPY really focuses on core strength. And I think overall that's probably what he needs to really focus on building.
Yes.
And then how else this week did it go besides your workout?
It actually went fairly well. I think it's because I've started taking that allergy pill every night on my nose and my eyes.
Oh, yeah, because last week you were talking about you had the kind of tingling around your mouth. How about this week?
It's gone away. It's going away. It's still there, but not as
it is prominent. Still there? Because you haven't mentioned it all week.
Yeah, because it's not as prominent. I can deal with it.
Okay.
And a little bit because last night, and the night before last. No, I don't know. I think it was
last night. No, we did it Friday night.
Okay. Yeah, we didn't do it last night because I see it. We're sitting right next to it. We were supposed to do it right before we go live, but going to get this food.
You mean?
It was like,
today
yes.
We were supposed to do it before we went live. Yeah. And then what else did you forget?
Oh, one day. I think it was
Thursday.
Was it Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know how, but I just did not take my meds at all.
Mm-hmm. Even though he's got a phone reminder. And he has the pills sitting right here where he eats breakfast.
Mm-hmm. I usually sit right here and watch TV or whatever.
He just put it aside and just moved on.
I got busy doing other stuff. I had too many chores I have to do that day.
So
my schedule got co-opted by other people's needs.
Oh, whatever. Well, anything else you want to share for the week?
just getting geared up for our road trip. That's why I put it in as part of the title. I'm just super, super psyched about that. We're just still fine-tuning everything. That's about it. I've still got to reach out to my cousin, figure out what we're doing with him or not, so we can plan ahead.
Uh-huh.
Because we drive right through his neck of the woods on the way home.
Sort of. Sharon, Renee had asked Sharon how she's doing. She said, doing okay. Finding ways to do stuff without adding any strain. Oh,
Good.
that's good.
That's good.
That's real good. Rickwood said, ran to my local little store this morning to get milk. Found out they were having a lot of sales. Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Got a lot of canned veggies that will last us until summer when the garden starts producing.
Awesome.
That's great, Joe. Awesome. And I'm asking Renee how long it took her to make jerky. And then Rickwood said, lots of BOGOs on frozen veggies also. Picked up a lot of rice cauliflower for different recipes.
Nice. I like that.
That's awesome, Joe.
That's really awesome.
Yeah. And Renee says she does the jerky 5 to 6 hours at 160 degrees.
Okay.
Renee said, I tried to make some to span the spectrum of pepperheads. Oh, yeah, definitely. I feel like the both of the garlics I would consider for anybody who's a spice wuss.
Right.
Or a sissy spice. Those would work.
Right.
I think the Hungry Heath is for people who would enjoy like jalapenos and serranos. They'll enjoy that one.
Uh-huh.
And then the 7-pot one would be for people who like it hot.
That one piece I had was not hot to me. But I can imagine, just from the flavor of it, if I was sitting there trying to eat the whole bag, it would grow on me.
The 7-pot? Do you want to try another one?
No, I'm good.
Brenda F said, glad I just had maple waffles and sausage.
Oh,
Yum.
nice.
Ooh, that is good. I saw Sharon, right? You made the, wasn't it the waffle sausage balls? Those looked really good.
Good. Yeah.
Brenda S said, we had freezing rain, did snow, now just overcast and cold.
Wow.
Oh, that sucks. And Brenda S, remind me where you're at again. Down here, it's and I'm sorry for all my northern friends. It is 75 degrees right now.
But that's wild because I'm still cold and first thing in the morning when I go get up out of bed. I still want to put on my flannel and my jeans.
Well, you know what part of it is? Because when you're in bed, we're under that huge quilt your aunt made for us, which I love it, y'all. Can you imagine, like Brenda F, I know you do quilting. She made us an oversized king-sized quilt. Can you imagine the time in that? When you can.
Even when we're in the bed, we'll pull it over, it still hangs down and touches the floor.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
And so you're under all of that. So of course, when you first get out of the bed, you're, nice and toasty. And then all of a sudden you're fully exposed. So of course you're going to feel cold.
But when I came out first thing this morning, had to mess with the brisket on the smoker. I was just wearing my shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I come back inside and I start getting cold. Outside I wasn't, but it's just wild too because it says it's supposed to be a low of 59 today. I'll pull up my phone, it says it's 46 outside. I even refreshed it says 46. How is it colder than what they're saying it is?
I don't know.
It's like, do they even know what they're doing?
No, they
they're
don't.
Just straight guessing.
But and I found that too, that sometimes I think because the insulation, it keeps, because even now we don't have either one on, and the house earlier was reading 66.
Well, yeah.
And it's 75 outside. So I think as long as we don't open the doors constantly, it really does keep the cool air in.
In fact, when I was first running around doing my chores and everything this morning, I had my flannel on.
Yeah.
But the more I moved around, I needed to take it off.
And maybe I'm just getting to that age where I don't get that cold. Because I
used to enjoy being cold. Now it bothers me.
Well, and that could be your MS. Yeah. But yesterday I was actually getting warm out and had to turn the AC on in my car.
Wow.
Because I was like, ooh, it's getting hot. It's getting hot in here. Okay, Renee said she used Eye of Round. Okay, that's what I was thinking, but I didn't know. I was 100% for sure. And then she said, and that wasn't even the hottest pepper I got from my guy.
Oh,
Wow.
That's awesome.
Wow. Mm. And then Renee said, that speaks very poorly about the therapist. I'm so sorry. Well, it's not your fault.
I got telling her I'd rather pay you the $125 to come over here.
And maybe it seems like a few times that I talked to the service, it's called Luna, it seems like they really prefer insurance people. Because that's what they were like, well, with the insurance, then there's no fee, or it's a low fee until you reach, a certain amount, or blah, blah, blah. So it seems like that's what they would rather have, is people that are using their insurance, and maybe then they try a little bit harder. I don't know.
I figure money's money, though. I'm paying out of
pocket. You would think.
But another thing that kind of bothered me with them, too, they had me download an app from my phone.
Oh, yeah.
And I tried, I don't know how many times I've actually lost count, called them. We spent it on the phone. I was almost nearly an hour with them, right?
Over an hour.
And I couldn't log in. They even tried. They couldn't log me in. They even reset my stuff. So that's another thing I need to do to help my phone too. And delete their app. So I can't use it anymore, obviously.
Rickwood said, when she had PT after her cancer surgery, my PT said it was more secure to hold onto the countertop than a chair.
Right.
That was easier for me. I do exercises while the coffee is brewing. That's such a good idea.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think
the chair can move. That's true.
Yeah. Renee said, I just feel Heath would benefit from actual eyes on him to correct his form, but understand the money part.
Right.
Yeah. Well, but she was watching you. Did she do any correction, or was she correcting your form, or just saying, okay, do 10 of these?
Right. As well as wasn't correcting my form or nothing. But she did tell me that, because she's only saw me twice, but she said she looked like I had regressed since the last time she saw me. My symptoms have gotten worse or whatever. I was like, well, I'm doing the same thing. I'm doing all the little exercises you don't put in your app for me and all that. So I don't understand. She goes, you don't look like you're getting around as well. And then she even told me that I've yawned too much and that I need a CPAP also because of that. And she said that when I am working out, my heart rate or whatever goes down. When she put the little cuff on me,
I thought your heart rate went up.
Up, that's what she said. She went up. Yeah. So she said that she has concern about that. Well, I don't know. I feel fine, though.
Yeah, and I thought it felt like you were getting around better.
I think I am, too. Because a lot of times, how many times, even today, I'll set down the cane, I'll lose it. Or not lose it, but forget where I put it, and I'm walking around fine.
Yeah.
I only carry it with me. It's almost like a emotional support animal kind of thing, just in case.
Right.
Because even when I was messing with the brisket earlier today, last night and this morning, I was carrying it in and out of the. I didn't use my cane. I was walking in and out of the door, back and forth.
Because you needed both hands.
Right.
Hard to walk with a cane when you need that hand, and that's why, like last night, I thought you were going to need my help to take the brisket out, but he was like, "No, I already did it on my own." I was like, "Oh, okay." So. Sharon said she's able to do light cooking. Oh, that's good. Hand wash small items. Steph has been great. He's doing shopping, major cooking, the laundry, and dishwasher. Aw, that's so nice.
See, I do have a problem sometimes when I'm loading the dishwasher or unloading it. Because I'm standing so long, it kind of bothers me. So I'll do like the top rack, and it comes down. I'll do the bottom rack, comes down. Or if I'm doing all the plates and bowls at once, I'll go ahead and get my walker. I'll stick them on the thing and then carry them over, just so I can do it quicker. That's all.
Oh yeah.
But I don't really need the walker. But I just don't want to drop the.
So do you think it's your stamina you need to build up?
Yeah. Well, it's like I was saying before, when we were at the store the other day, I can walk the whole store no problem. But when I stop, that's when I start having problems.
Yeah, when you're just standing.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing at the sink when I'm doing dishes. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of times y'all see me on the camera cooking and stuff. I'll be sitting down here doing it. Because just to me, it's easier.
Yeah, I have to stand to cook. Rickwood said, well, at least don't forget to bring your meds when you travel, Heath. That would not be any good.
I've already got it set up right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
No, we would have to turn around and come back.
Right. And no. Because actually, you can even show them. I have a pill bottle, right? A daily.
This is what he has.
In fact, I filled this up last night, and so I can make sure I had it today. I'm all ready. You see, I've already taken today's. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I took today's already.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I really need to do it this way or not. Just I have a system now. I feel like it's better if I take them right after I eat. So that's why usually I'm sitting here and I'll set this right on the computer. And then after I finish my meal, I just put my plate over here and then I'll take my meds.
But that day,
I don't know why.
he moved it here.
I was doing something.
And then totally forgot.
Yeah.
Even though he had his alarm set, it had the pills right there. What are we going to do, right?
Move on and not harp on it. That's what we do.
Renee said, if you're scared, say you're scared, Heath.
I'm scared of what?
I guess the jerky.
No, I'm just full.
Oh, that's it. Sharon said pecan sticky bun sausage balls. Those look so good.
That sounds good too.
They looked good though, but like that little crispy on the outside. Rickwood said, I've got sausage defrosting in the fridge, going to make sausage balls tomorrow.
Nice.
Yay.
And again, that was just a whim. I just threw that together when I just saw it real.
Brenda S. said she's in Ohio, about 2 hours north of Columbus. Now, did you sign up for the meetup on March 8th?
Because that's what we're really looking forward to.
I know. So, yeah, that's why you're like getting snow and everything, and we're down here in 75 degrees.
I'm wondering what the temp's going to be like. I'm trying to plan ahead what we need to pack.
Well, they said it could be anything, so probably pack layers.
Yeah.
Sharon said it. I used Jack cheese. It was very nice. I like Jack cheese. And I feel like when you use some of the sweeter keto chow flavors, it's really good to offset with something that's a little spicier, because then you get that spicy sweet mix.
That's my favorite too, because a sweet heat is one of my favorite profiles when we're cooking food.
Oh, Renee said, I'd love to see a picture of that quilt. Okay. I know I have a picture.
Somewhere, because my aunt actually asked us to take a picture and send it to her.
I know, but we didn't. But I have the picture here. Hold on a second.
Well, I would show you on the bed, but we haven't made the bed today. We kind of just tore off.
We sort of made it.
Yeah.
We just
it's not ready for prime time.
No. But I know I took a picture of it. So let me see. And then I'll send it to Heath, and then I can show y'all.
You want me to find out while you're watching everything else?
No, why don't you tell them more about your MS?
There isn't anything more to tell. I think it still sucks. I mean, there's no improvements. There's no setbacks. I'm managing. I screwed up and didn't take my pills. But I say pills. The only pill I really take for my MS that's prescribed is the my avocado.
Yeah.
The rest of them are just supplements that we decided I need to take, and it has been helping me. So if I skip them, it's really not that big a deal. Honestly, I don't feel like the avocado is the biggest one.
Yes. Okay, here we go. I'm going to share, and there's 3 pictures. So she made it 2-sided. So this is the first side. It's like little bitty flowers. And then here is flipped, and then that's what she put her little mark on it and dated it. I forgot that she dated it. That's so nice. Look, it's almost 3 years old.
Oh, really?
There's that one. So you kind of see both sides of it. And you can kind of see how thick it is.
It's huge. Like, seriously, even standing up, it's taller than me.
It's huge.
I love it, though.
And it's so warm. And then there you could see a little bit more of the other side of it.
Even it's so warm when the weather starts getting better, like, summertime and whatnot, she wants to take it off the bed and not even use it. It's too warm.
Yeah, come about March, we take it off, fold it up, wash it, put it away until next December.
Right.
Until it really gets cold. And then I have like a light blanket, I guess you put on top. To me, it's just, it doesn't really get hot, but it gives a little bit, I like that little bit of heaviness on top. than just a sheet. I think you used to sleep with just a sheet, didn't you?
Sometimes I have to go back and forth. Depends on how it felt.
Yeah. Okay. So there we go. I love it, y'all.
That is very comfortable, very well made too.
Sharon said, I'm going to get anything I need fixed on me this year. Already hit my max out of pocket.
Oh,
Well, see, that's good then. I mean, here we are, February 2nd, so might as well use it all up.
right?
Get your physical therapy, even if you're like, I don't really need it, might as well.
Yeah.
Renee said, well, I thought you need a CPAP, but I know the money part. Yeah, I'm sure he needs a CPAP. I have no doubts at all. And we actually talked about it because we were like, well, we could both I haven't been retested in a long time. So we could both go and get retested and all of that part. And then see, about him getting a machine. But here's my thing, right? Like, I'm really good about using my CPAP. It doesn't bother me, but I think it's because for so long I slept so bad. And the first time I had a CPAP was the first time in my life that I had an actual good night's rest. Like, it was just total day and night changer for me. But I know other people that have their CPAP and don't wear it half the time, or even that. Like, even my mom, she's supposed to use it.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
I've never seen her using one.
No, because she'll just rip it off. So she just threw it to the side. So I told him, I'm like, okay, so if they say you need a CPAP, are you going to wear it? Because to me, why spend all the money if you're just going to rip it off and not wear it?
But then you also got people like my dad who had one and he would smoke while he was using it.
Right. Well, that was his oxygen.
Yeah.
The CPAP was at night.
Oh, but no, he even put it on during the day too sometimes. Nobody's sitting there on the computer and still smoking.
But anyways, that's why I was like, but as I'm trying to get Heath to decide, is that something he would actually wear all night, or is he going to be ripping it off? Because if you just rip it off, then what's the point? Right. Oh, okay, you need a CPAP, but you're not going to treat it.
I don't really feel like I would wear it because they also prescribed me a arm brace he says I have carpal. My doctor said I have carpal tunnel in this arm, and he prescribed one of those braces for me, and I wear it seldom. I honestly can't remember where it's at. I used to have it right there beside the bed, but it's cumbersome on me. I don't like stuff on me like that when I'm sleeping.
Yeah, and sometimes I think it bothers you when I have my mask on because you're just like, oh.
Doesn't bother me. Really.
Not bother you like you're turned off or anything, but I think sometimes you look at it like you can't even imagine how that feels.
Right. It's a contraption on me.
Yeah.
But I mean, it seemed like it didn't take that long for you to get used to it because like you said, you finally got a good night's sleep. But I don't feel like I'm getting bad sleep.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, maybe the test would work, but I don't know.
Well, it isn't the test; it's the treatment. You would have to wear the mask.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah. Sharon said, "Duh, that's called mild cardio."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, doing his workout and his heart rate. Okay, Renee said, we watch how high the heart rate goes with various levels of activity and how long it takes to recover to be able to improve your cardio endurance.
Yeah, but that's what she was saying. It was taking me too long to recover.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know. It's normal to me.
Right? I don't know. I mean, I do notice with the DDPY, especially if it's the longer ones that are like 25 to 30 minutes, it does seem like it takes you a while to recover. Like you very, very taxed.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been telling you for a while, is that it isn't so much you do these things, it's you need to build your endurance. And that's why I was saying, if you built your endurance, I think a lot of things would be much easier.
Yeah.
And that's why Renee had suggested before, just doing a simple walk, like a 10-minute walk, would help you build that endurance.
All right.
Right, Renee? Isn't that what you said with the walking? Just go on a simple walk?
Yeah. But it's, for me, especially with the cane, it's not simple. That's the problem.
Well, yeah, to start out. Renee F. said, sounds like she was looking for excuses right in file to justify quitting you. And Renee said, yep.
Well, she may have got mad because I basically took her money away because she was, going to get twice a week on me.
I know.
It's like I messed up her money, but.
Renee said, need some static and dynamic balance as well as cardio endurance work. And I think we should probably share with you, Renee, so you can see the exercises DDPY has for the PT.
Right.
And you can see, because I think that's what they're doing is the static and dynamic, because I feel like I've heard them say that.
What I'll do, she can go to the website. I'll just give her my info. She can log in.
Right. And then you could look at the actual PT ones.
Because honestly, I thought last time she was down, I was going to show her that. But actually.
No, he hadn't had it yet. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I said that's what I was going to say.
Yeah. She's seen the regular DDPY, but now the physical therapy part.
Right.
Renee said, but also someone familiar with MS to know how far to push and that there could be a fine line of too much. Well, and that's the thing too. Even the one that the doctor prescribed, right? When he called them, then he called back to say, I want to make sure that this is neurophysical therapy.
That's what he wrote.
Yeah, because that's what he wrote. And they were like, there's
no such thing.
Yeah, and they said, well, wait, and then they kept referring him back to a different neurologist. Right. And he's like, no, the PT's supposed to be neuro. And they're like, no. So then he contacted his doctor because he was like, okay, I thought that's what the doctor's prescription said. When he contacted the doctor, they're like, no, you just get PT.
Yeah.
So maybe they don't have neuro PTs up in this area. I don't know. But so that's why we were like, okay, they just said PT. Right. So I don't know. Renee S. said, I've been showing all my quilty friends the sewing machine music box. Oh, that was so cute.
Awesome.
Yes, like Sharon said, that was an adorable music box. It is. Brenda S. said, gorgeous. That is nice. Thank you. I think she put in a lot of work to do that. She said that was kind of,
therapeutic for her to do it.
Well, right, but why did she say she decided to just up and make, what was like 8 people?
Yeah, she said, well, she's getting up there in years, and she wanted heirloom pieces to hand out to people.
There you go. And that's why she wanted it dated and everything, so that it's like heirloom, which, I mean, honestly, I know my great-grandmother, I still have her quilt, I think from, I don't remember if she was a child or it was my grandmother who was the child, but it was dated like 1920 something. And I still have it. It's very ragged. Like a long time ago before I even got it, the trim on the outside had already been taken off. So I don't want to use it too much because it is already ragged, but it's dated 1920 something. And I think it was my great-grandmother made it because when she had my grandma.
Nice.
Because I know my grandma was, well, let's see. My grandmother was born in 1927. So maybe that's when it's dated, 27 or 28. And she made it. It's really cute.
Well, I love my other 2 heirloom pieces. I call them heirloom at least. I have that little dresser. It's in the closet.
Oh, yeah.
My grandfather made it for me shortly after I was born. And I love it, too, because he made it out of scraps. Because he used to be a home builder and stuff. That's why I tell you, I'm a 3rd-generation cabinet maker. Because he's the one that taught me a lot of this stuff. But when you pull the drawers out of it and see the very back of the piece, you can see where you use some stuff off of a job.
Aww.
It's awesome. The only thing I've done to it is moving so many times the feet broke off of it, and then I finally got around after we got together and put handles on it.
Yeah, because those doors were a little hard to pull open.
Right. But and then the next thing though that was my mama's daddy.
And one more thing before you say, and what is awesome about it, and maybe it's good that the feet fell off because it fits perfect in our closet.
Yes.
Because I had installed my own shelves in the closet. And where he put that fit right underneath the bottom shelf, like perfect. Like it looks like it was all supposed to be there.
Right. But my daddy's daddy used to make homemade knives, like kitchen knives and stuff. We had 3 or 4 of them in the drawer.
Yeah.
And they're still holding up.
I love that stuff, y'all. That's why
he didn't make it. It was long. He didn't make them for me. He made it for my dad. And my dad gave it to me. But it's still family heirloom.
That's why I love. Like, I mean, I'm going to be closing my Etsy shop because it's just not making money anymore. I don't put any effort into it, at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to close it up, but I always enjoyed it because I just love vintage antiques and just thinking about like all the lives it's seen.
Right.
And how neat that is to still cherish those items.
I feel lucky too. He made me that dresser. Because he made one for me and he made one for my other brother, but he made him a little kid's bed. What can he do with that now other than hang on to it and hope that he has a kid? With the dresser, I can still use it.
I know.
The little bed, you can sell it, but so what?
Yeah, or I guess if you had a dog, it'd be a dog bed now.
It's a little hard to get up into it, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it
was made for a kid. It was a kid's bed he made.
Oh. Renee said, I think a lot of patients don't want to wear it because they have the huge face mask. Your nose piece has showed far better compliance with folks. Oh, the single nose. So they told me.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too.
Well, again, it's been a long time since I got tested, but they told me my number was so bad that the little nose piece couldn't work properly at the strength that I need.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I feel like, when I first got diagnosed 20 plus years ago, it was like a huge mask. But now I get the small one and it really just covers just like this. It's real small to me. Like that. Just
one of those
covers.
Little clown noses on the same size.
Almost. Yeah. But it's not the nostril one. It just barely goes over my nose. And I don't mind it, but I think it isn't so much the place on your face. It's the over the head part that probably bothers him. It's that head, which sometimes it bothers me too.
Yeah.
I did finally get, like, they now make these soft covers for the side pieces so that's not, because sometimes those rub into you. And now I've got the soft, but it still sometimes can be a little uncomfortable, especially if I move a lot, which I do. So sometimes it folds my ear over because it's moving, and then that's bothersome.
And I am an active sleeper too. So
yeah, we're both very, very active sleepers. So.
But I was just really impressed though, because like I said, my dad used a CPAP machine also, but he had a big stand-up, it's almost this tall unit. I had it on wheels. He pulled it around to all the different rooms.
Yeah.
So whenever we first got together, she told me she used one. That's what I was imagining. And then she got one, and it was like small enough it fits inside of a suitcase.
Well, I have a travel one.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I just use it all the time. Yeah, I never had one like your father. I was like, well, I don't know why he even has that.
Yeah.
That seemed really odd to me.
Well, he wasn't really big into traveling, so.
Well, but even then, like my very first one wasn't that big.
Wow.
But that was before they had all the travel ones, because we're going past 20 years ago, maybe even 25 years ago, something like that crazy. But I never had one that big. And then, now you get them really small. And I mean, this one has literally been with me around the world.
Mm-hmm. And she's had it longer than she's had me.
Yeah. Sharon said, my sleep study showed 17 events within 1 hour. With the CPAP, I'm now averaging 0.2 events per hour. Wow, that's incredible.
I wonder what my number would be.
Yeah, I don't even remember what my number is because we're talking decades, so I don't know what it was. I just know it was really high. And I just know, like, when I went in for my test, they woke me up in the middle, you start like at 8 or 9 o'clock. They woke me up early after only an hour or two to put the mask on me because they said I was so bad that there was no question I needed it. And they put the mask on me, and they were like, because they wanted to gift me a night of having the CPAP so I could see and to let me actually get a night of rest. Because they're like, I don't know how you've been sleeping at all. And so when I woke up the next day, which is like early, like 6 a.m. or something, I was just like blown away. I was like, wow, that's what sleep feels like. Because I just never known what it felt like to be asleep.
And then it wasn't until recently that I had to start getting up in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. Used to, I'd sleep straight through, no problem.
But that could be age
That's
too.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking. That's the only reason why it's happening now. I don't think that's the MS. I think it's just I'm getting old.
Does that happen every single night?
Yes, at least once a night. Yeah.
Last night too?
Yeah.
Oh wow. It doesn't happen.
Well, no, I guess not last night. No,
I didn't think so.
I did wake up at 5. That was me waking up early. Yeah.
That's not the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Brenda F is up at 2:30 a.m. She would say 5. That's half the day's gone.
Yeah, but a lot of times we're not going to bed till 2 a.m.
No, we're usually in bed before 11.
Yeah.
Anyhow, all right. A stoner said it does show a lot during the day when someone is overly tired that they aren't perfusing enough oxygen at rest and night.
Oh, okay.
22 QCat said, I can't imagine that machine is very comfortable, like if you're on your side at all. And I'm a side sleeper.
I'm usually on my back.
Yeah, he usually sleeps on his back. I'm just not comfortable on my back, but I usually sleep on the side. So yeah, sometimes it does get uncomfortable. That's why I had to get those covers, and it'll mess with my ears sometimes. So,
well, at least I know if I do need one, at least I know how to get all this stuff like you're saying.
Yeah.
And I used to sleep on my stomach a lot. It wasn't here recent until last couple of years that I stopped doing that.
I know. When I was a kid, I used to always sleep on my stomach.
Yeah.
That was probably the only way I actually got a little bit of rest, because then my tongue wasn't falling in the back.
Right.
But now I've evolved where I mostly sleep on my side. But they do say the back sleeping is the best.
Huh.
If
It's
your tongue
weird.
don't fall in the back.
I guess it's with my carpal tunnel, but if I lay on my right side, my left arm starts bothering me. It's like I was telling her, it seems like my whole left side's where I'm all jacked up. Because since I was 2 years old, when I had spinal meningitis, it left me deaf in this ear, in my left ear. And then when we had the wreck, it's when it messed me up with my ankle and my knee.
On the left.
On the left side. And then, like I said, when I'm sleeping on my right side, my left arm starts bothering me. If I lay on my right side too long, it starts bothering me. So it's like just something about my left side of my body is kind of bleh.
But how about last night? Did you feel like it was a little bit better last night? Yeah. Good. A stoner said, yes, Mel, but he's facing ice cream. I'm not listening. Laugh out loud. What does my face scream, Renee?
Do as you're told.
Sharon said, walking for me is the best. Low impact, uses lots of muscles, and helps strengthen her back.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's where the keychain is.
I just put it in my pocket because I don't want to look at it. That's kind of cool. I don't know where we're going to put it, but. Wait.
Renee said, y'all's area is full of neuro folks. Sounds to me they're just shifting you around due to the lesser reimbursement with y'all's insurance.
Sounds like it.
I mean, maybe.
Well, it's like I was telling you too. My direct supervisor has MS too, and I only found out because when we first met, I was apologizing to him because we have to do any team meetings. We have to be on camera. Any one-on-one meetings, we have to be on camera. And while I was explaining to him why he's going to see me yawning all the time, and I told him it's because of my MS. He goes, well, that's no problem because I have MS too. So we've been ever since then, we've always been comparing notes and stuff and helpful hints and whatnot. Because he's had his for several years. I forgot how many years he said now. He said his sisters also has it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of wild. They have 2 of y'all. But, I don't know where I was going with this now.
But you're yawning.
Yeah. So because y'all have commented, several of my viewers y'all have commented about me yawning all the time too. But I even talked to the neurologist about it. He goes, yeah, that's part of MS.
Just yawning.
He goes, it's a neurological disease. It's in your brain, and your brain needs more oxygen. That's all it is. That's why you're yawning.
Yeah.
But the one PT that came over said that's not a good thing that I'm yawning that often and for so long. I was like, well, if that's the case, why didn't Renee tell me anything? Mm-hmm. If it's that big a deal, if it's that real, she would have said something.
Sharon said, once I started wearing my CPAP, I never realized how tired I'd been before. So many bonuses after using it. I agree 100%. I mean, I knew from a young age there's something wrong. Like I was like, I don't think you're, especially like as a kid. Like I remember when I was a kid and a teenager, and I would see all of my fellow classmates have so much energy and do stuff, and I'm like, how come I don't have that energy? Like I had zero energy all the time. And again, as a kid, you see other kids and you're like, yeah, look at them run around and stuff. Why don't I feel like doing that? Like, how do they do that? Because
Right?
I had
What's
none
wrong
of
with
that.
them?
Right. Well, I was just like, okay, something's wrong with me. But that was before they even knew about all that. So then it was my early 20s, found out that, hey, there's this thing called sleep apnea that is like a new thing that, people could have and to get tested. So finally found somebody and they tested me. And again, it was then on, I was like, yes, I need this. And I just still remember that feeling when the testing people actually put the CPAP on me so I get a good night's rest. And I was like, this is a game changer. Like I never knew that that's how you should feel. That's what real sleep feels like.
I'm not arguing. I'm not opposed to having it. I just don't know that I need it because I don't feel restless. I mean, I don't feel like I didn't get enough sleep. I've never felt that way. So I don't know. Well, just like I was telling you with the, I'll get a little tingling around my lips and everything. Whenever I Google it, maybe that's part of my problem too. I'm asking Dr. Google. It was saying the side effects also with that comes with it is difficulty breathing, chewing, swallowing, talking. I'm not having any of those other difficulties. I just have this weird sensation around my lips.
But then,
But it's going away though.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you think it's because of the allergy medicine?
Yeah. I think it's helping. Yeah. Because it was bothering me too to blow my nose, and that's gone away.
Oh, what is it? Brenda S. said, oh, Shelley, that quilt needs to be registered with the National Historical Society.
Really?
And to be stored in an acid-free box? Oh.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. I
Thank
didn't
you.
know this stored a certain way.
I didn't. Well, see, she just made it the last couple of years. So
3 years ago.
Yeah. So is it historical? But okay. Well, thank you.
Or are you talking about my great-grandmother's one?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is, because
Yeah.
I did bring up both. Brenda S. said, I spend 1 week in a year helping my guild work with the National Historical Society to register Kentucky quilts made before 1975.
Okay.
The old ones are always ragged but cherished. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I didn't know that.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
And on all these years, all my life, we just fold it and put it in the hall closet. We never did anything special with it.
But thank you. It's a good tip.
Yeah, I'll have to get that out. And now, is it acid box? Like, can I get that at Joann's or somewhere? Or do I need to order it somewhere specific? Renee said, well, Heath wears a ball cap and can fall asleep on the couch. What's the difference?
It's not over my... I don't know. I'm saying I'm not opposed to it.
Okay, now you're not.
To you that told you I should go do it.
Renee said the big thing is usually the home oxygen concentrator. Most people stick with the little portable one. I've always had just the portable one. I guess it's portable. I mean, that's what it says. It's ResMed. Brenda F. said, right, I'm asleep by 7:30.
That's usually when I'm tuning into my shows.
Right? We're just getting started. We're just getting settled in for the evening by 7:30.
So what stuff happens.
But we do try to cut it off by 9:30, sometimes 10. And then we're like, okay, that's it. And then we get ready for bed. And she goes, no, the great one. Yes. She goes, they probably have them on Amazon. Okay. So I need to get that quilt out and I guess take several pictures of it and then get that box and then store it in that box. Oh, goodness.
Where we're going to put the box. That's the thing, too.
I guess it'd fit in that hall closet.
Well,
maybe rearrange,
we'll see. Yeah.
Rearrange some things. Yeah.
Well, that one hall closet is all the shelving in it.
Yeah, that's where it's at. Acid box. What would you say? Acid free box?
Yeah.
Acid free box. Oh, there they are.
Oh.
I guess.
The one looks like a cardboard box.
That just looks like a regular box. Large acid free photo storage box. Oh. That's what you're supposed to. Oh, here it is. Acid free quilt storage box. Oh, sew in parts online. No, I don't think so.
The picture there looks like cardboard. You know what I'm asking?
Oh, I think it's showing all different kinds of boxes. Yeah. I guess you did put quilt for, here we go, for quilts. Oh, like this one is a Madam Sew Quilt blanket.
That looks almost like a little safe. That's cool.
Ugh. Oh, here's a big one. Oh, wow. They even give you. Oh, that's a wedding dress storage.
You need one of those too.
No, I just need to get rid of that one.
Well, then how do you get it listed?
I have listed it. Nobody wants to buy it. Aww. Okay. Yeah. Amazon does have quite a bit. Look, there's a long one that you can put under your bed.
Oh.
So I'll have to take measurements, see what size I need. Because I know that one's not a big one. So I have to measure it and see what size we need. That's cool.
Thank you for that tip. That's awesome.
Oh, wow. The one that Rickwin showed on the Supper Club was made in Kentucky in the very early 1900s. My family originally came from Beaver Dam, Kentucky.
Wow.
Wow, that's cool. Well, I hope you've got it registered too. That's neat.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, does anyone have any other questions about or thoughts about Heath's illness and his treatment? And
I feel like everything's going smooth.
Yeah?
Yeah. Especially this last week. I don't feel like I've had any real problems this last week. I mean, like you said, I was tired that day, but it may be because I forgot my pills. But other than that, I'm fine.
Yeah, if you take your pills.
Right. That's why I told you I went ahead and put it. Usually I would put my little pill bottle, the little tray. Usually I do it first thing Sunday morning. I went ahead and did it. Why wait? So I figured I went ahead and did it last night first. Before I went to bed. That way it'd be ready for me first thing in the morning.
Nice.
But thank y'all for all your tips and tricks. That's awesome.
All right.
And thanks for everything. Thank you.
So what do we got? Like 33 days until let's see.
Get going, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready to leave yesterday, honestly.
Days until March 8th. 34 days till March 8th, which is the meetup date.
Okay, yeah. So how many days? Yeah, when we actually leave, though.
The leave, 30 days.
Yeah. So we got like basically a month.
Wow. Yeah. 30 days. And we'll be on the road. On the road again.
All right.
Just can't wait to get on the road again.
I love that song.
I know. I love to start off a road trip with that song. Right?
You can, yeah.
And then be like, yeah, here we go. I'm excited, though. I think the dogs are getting excited.
They don't know.
I tell them every day. Of course they know.
This is all blah, 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 blah. Food. That's all I hear.
Really?
Yeah.
That's you.
Oh, maybe.
I mean, anytime I bring up food, all of a sudden your ears do perk up.
Whatever.
So you do act like them. If I say tree, then if I say same thing.
You can't even say it, making sure.
Well, no, they'll be coming in here like, okay, we're ready. But like with you, if I go cheese, you go, what? Where?
Yeah, probably.
Like you were excited yesterday when I got home with all that discounted cheese.
Yeah. I was like, that's all you bought?
And then that one, you were like, oh, no, that's 2 days worth. I was like.
That's why I'm excited on the trip, too. Said they're going to go to that cheese barn.
I know. That's in Columbus.
Yeah.
Well, outside of Columbus, but yeah. The big barn of cheese. You're going to go a little crazy, aren't you?
No. Well, a lot crazy.
Yeah, we got to start saving money right now.
See if we need to bring an extra cooler just for that.
Bernard said, look up the NHS for the state of Texas. They will let you know where to take it to get it registered. Oh.
Write that down. That's awesome.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank
Wow. Okay. So we take it somewhere. Renee wants to know if I've tried any of the coffee or tea yet. Did not try the tea. Now, what coffee did you make this morning? Just whatever was already in the hopper?
Right, yeah.
But I have it up there. You can see the big coffee bag. Right there's the coffee Renee got me. One of the bags. So I put it next to it. So when he is done, like he'll put a whole bunch right here. That's my grinder. Mm-hmm. And he'll fill the grinder up. And then when that's empty, then he'll use another bag, that's the pecan. I'm going to start with the Hill Country pecan.
Check real quick. So I was looking at it earlier.
Oh?
See, like right there, I have problems. Y'all saw me when I just got up. It takes me a minute sometimes, especially when I get out of bed. Let my legs start cooperating.
Sharon said, thanks for sharing with us, and we can smack you around some. Yes, Sharon, definitely.
That's not enough for one thing, but I have to come right back. I'm sorry, I gotta go.
No, that's not enough for a serving. Yes. Oh, he's got a potty. Yes. I agree. Y'all should smack him around. He'll probably cry, though. You know, he does cry and get sensitive over it. Where are you at, Heath? Usually he turns the light on, but I guess he's going in the dark right now because he always complains because I walk around the house in the dark. And you know what's funny about that, y'all? I always chastise movies and TV, and this dawned on me the other day. I'm like, who walks around their house all dark? Like, come on, you're not turning lights on. You're making a cup of coffee in the dark and stuff. And then I finally realized I do that. I walk around, like you all always see the lights on right here. But typically, like during the day, yeah, my office is on, but the rest of the house, I'm always turning the lights off. And I just walk around in the dark. And he's always like, I don't know how you do it. Like, how do you not stumble and fall? I'm like, because I know the house. Like, I'm not going to stumble and fall. I already know where I'm walking. So I'm guilty of that. Now I can't say that they're doing it just for dramatic effect. There are actually people out there who keep their house dark and walk around in the dark all the time. Does anybody else do that? I'm like, I hear on some where they're like, the husbands or the dads are like, oh, I have to always turn off lights around the house. And I'm like, that's me. I'm the one turning off all the lights all the time.
What?
I said I was surprised you walked back there in the dark.
What dark? Where?
You didn't turn the lights on.
In the hall?
Yeah.
I could have sworn I did, but I thought I just turned it off the way out.
And did you check the front porch for your medicine?
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I forgot all about that.
We ordered some more from the Cost Plus, and they delivered it last night at like 10:30 p.m. They delivered his medications. Huh? He said. I'm like, oh, that is late to deliver something. And we were already in bed, and he was like, I'm not going to get out of bed to go check and get the mail. I was like, no, that's too late. And see, Renee's like, yes, Sharon, smack Heath around. Rickwood said, when it's sunny outside, I don't need as many lights. Otherwise, I turn on a light so I won't fall. Okay. Yeah, when it's, and I have to say that, especially in my office, that's why I had to put what's it called? But the film on the window, because in the afternoon I get the direct light in there, and it was just so bright. But our like guest bedroom really gets hit with the light because I just have regular curtain over it, and it like illuminates that whole bedroom with nothing on. But then when it's like night out or an overcast day, then it's very dark.
We put it in the mailbox.
Oh wow! At 10:30 at night, y'all.
That's wild too, because that was
important tax. Get a card. I don't want your freaking cards, people. All the time. Get a credit card. I don't want a credit card. Huh?
It's the American way.
I know. Thank you, Renee. Yes, please, everyone, make sure you smash that thumbs up. What is this?
Okay. But for some reason, I feel like there was only one in there.
Oh. I was like, how many more tax forms do I need, y'all? I've gotten so many this year, I guess because of all the investment accounts. And this one's for the stock purchase plan. Tell me how many stocks I bought and how much.
I love they always give me the paperwork, too.
Right? Wow.
This is D3? Oh, okay. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know.
I love this, too, y'all, because look, when I get it, they give me 3 months at a time.
Of his Abagio.
Yeah.
And all of that all together, his Abagio for 3 months, plus his other, I think it's his vitamin D, and shipping is always $5. I think I spent a total of like $30 for all of that.
And then what I do, they'll just combine us all into one. Those have 3 of them sitting up there.
Yes. Caden's here. Hey, Caden. She goes, hey, Shelly and Heath. Reminds me of my dad. He never turns off lights, but during summertime, he didn't like it when left the doors open. He would say, I don't want to cool Louisiana, right? I remember that as a kid. They'd be, shut that door. We're not paying to cool the area.
That's what I said, too, about the refrigerator.
Right? And then look at us as now as an adult, like as a kid, you're like, whatever. That isn't true. And then as an adult, you're all like, yeah, shut the door. Don't open it. Like the dogs, I'm like, you just went out like 10 minutes ago. You don't need to go out again. I'm not going to open this door all day long for you.
Which one of those is trash? Or all of it?
Oh, a lot of it.
The reason I'm saying is, because this is because we throw it away too.
They're recycle. But yes, Sharon said, okay, kiddos, time for me to get going. Have a nice day, y'all. You too, Sharon.
Yeah.
Us too. We're going to call it a day as well. I hope everyone has a wonderful week and separate what's being recycled versus
trash or what needs to be taken care of
versus shredded. I always shred like especially these credit card offers. I don't know if it matters, but I always shred them because I'm always like, what if somebody grabs it
and opens it up on your name?
Yeah, because a lot of them nowadays they put like a little QR code and they're like, just scan this. And I'm like, well, I don't want somebody to go through my mail and start scanning, hoping they can get a credit card in my name. So I shred all that.
Right.
All right. Well, thank y'all so much again for joining us today. And make sure you tune in to this Friday night. Do we know what we're cooking Friday night?
Yeah, we just talked about it earlier.
Oh, it's going to be good. So we're going to do we're doing a brisket. We're doing a Benedict this Friday night. So make sure you tune in to see what type of Benedict we're going to make, y'all.
Like, with the exception of Valentine's Day, because that also lands on a Friday. We're doing all Benedicts all month.
Okay.
That's what we had said.
Well, I know, but then we talked about other things. But anyways, we'll see what happens this month. Stay tuned. Make sure if you're not, hit that subscribe button so you are notified every time we go live. And we will see all of you on Friday night this week.
Wild. They sent me 3 of these, but they offered all 3 of these plus what I had left over in this one.
Because they're tiny little pills.
I know, so they're just crazy. They're going to send it all to me in one.